Kenny in here. Let's get X in here, yeah. Let's try this again. There we go.
Hello.
Yellow, yellow. All right, let's get Kenny in here.
I think we're missing one.
Kenny's unable to join, right?
Oh no, I'm here.
There we go.
Oh, we got him? All right, cool. There we go.
There we go. Let me just my lights out of the way.
I'm just sending it out to a few people on my list.
All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Clear as day.
Perfect. The weather's kind of nasty outside, so I was hoping that we wouldn't have any choppy interference with the audio.
No, I think we're good. Waiting on one more. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is storming.
That it is.
Angels.
Gentlemen,
Oh, we got him.
wasabi.
What's
One O Saint.
Kenny, what up, brother? X, what up, bro? Jay, what up, man?
What up? Ah, indeed.
Lot to cover today.
Are we going to cover today?
A lot to cover today.
Oh, yeah. Bad nipples. We're going to get into that in a bit.
You know I have plenty to say about that.
Oh, yeah. We went into a rant about who the best Batman is.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
actually, I think everybody here's on the same level, the same page of who it is. But we'll leave that for a little bit later in the conversation. And we're going to start.
Political in here.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. And I want to hear what everybody here has to say in the comments. I'm broadcasting live from home today. I'm off. So you get to see my little
What's it feel like?
of shelves.
What's it feel like to be off?
I'm still working. My wife and I are reorganizing our bedroom. We're putting up new shelves and stuff like that, which we consistently do. And we're going to be doing a whole little revamp in here.
Ooh.
Putting a bunch of new posters and figures and books and.
Oh, is that why you asked me for a photo of myself in like a pinup style? I was wondering. Wow.
Yeah. You feel me? That's how we do around here.
I was wondering. I was like, damn, that's a weird request. I mean,
kind of specific, right?
I mean, that's what they call you, Angel, right?
I don't know if that's why, but
Kenny's here like, what the hell's going on right now?
Kenny, don't ask questions you don't really want the answer to.
Kenny knows all the answers. He's known me for like decades. There we go. Okay, so Jay, you have the list up?
I do indeed.
Okay, because I don't have my iPad right now. I had nowhere to set it up. I know is the intro, and then we're going to talk about.
I see first on the list, Ezra Miller.
Okay, so any of you guys heard about what happened with Ezra? Where is that again?
What hasn't happened with him? I mean,
bro,
this is like what, the second, third incident now?
No, this is like the fourth or fifth.
Fourth? Is that what we're up to now?
Yeah, it's like third.
Yeah, so what happened is he's practicing to play Reverse Flash in the sequel.
Is that what it is? No, you know what happened?
He just looked at me cross-eyed.
He got a little too caught up in his character and actually did break the broke the Speed Force, bro. He broke it.
So
we got a version of him that should be here.
So what's going on right now is he supplied an underage girl with drugs and alcohol, and the parents are now suing and doing a whole thing about keep him away from the family.
What a freaking! He's a freaking moron.
He's an idiot, and now he's a pedophile.
You know what? I can't even say that. You know what? The guy obviously is screaming for help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one thing is, you know, he's supplying drugs and alcohol. Okay, I get it. She's a minor. I mean, that could have turned a lot worse. You know what I mean? That could have got worse.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, man, he just keeps going. He keeps going down this road, and it's like, man, I don't know what's going to end up happening. They're going to have to probably recast him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. At this point, they're going to. Like, there's no probably. Well, that's 100% going to happen.
No, with this one, they're definitely going to recast him.
First time, you're like, eh. Second time, you're like, maybe. By this point, they're like, yeah, they already got somebody lined up already. At this point.
Kenny's about to pop off.
I don't think they're gonna recast him. And I'm gonna tell you what. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. I know
this hot take. Good. This is a hot take. This is gonna be good.
I don't think they're gonna recast him, depending on how much of the movie is done.
It's already done.
So this is what I feel. They're gonna let this one ride out the can. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make the bread. They're going to cut him a check. Right? He's going to get 10 minutes in the sequel. 10 minutes. And then he's out the frame. He goes the way of the snap. And then the new Flash is Wally West. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Barry's gone. Wally's in. You know what I'm saying? He gets 10 minutes just for continuity purposes. And he's out of it.
So I'm gonna agree to disagree only because we all know how vicious the fandom can be. If they get to a point that they feel like he's done, he's done. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks or what anybody wants to do. The minute the fandom decides he's canceled, he is canceled. Like they and WB, the way they going, they ain't gonna want no part of that. So
what do you mean WB? Now it's Discovery, bro.
Yeah, well, whoever the hell is doing Flash, okay? Like, the point is, they will yank him out of there like he never even existed.
Yeah.
And I feel that. But if we look back, the thing is that if we look back to what went down with the actor that played Cyborg, he's still making us think about that over Twitter. Right?
Yeah, hear me out.
Hear me out.
A lot of the negative press now with freaking Amber Heard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's done. She's done.
Yeah, she's out of this, smooth out of it. You know what I'm saying? Especially since and like I just found this out during the whole court case that Aquaman had she wasn't even supposed to be in Aquaman. It was supposed to be like a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it would have been Aquaman and like maybe Aqualad, right? Mira wasn't like they wrote Mira in. You know what I'm saying? Like they accommodated you and you're gonna act a fool pooping in beds? Like what's going on?
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, it depends on what she drinks too, bro. Like I'm not talking about laxative either.
So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this. Ezra is destroying his career right now.
Oh yeah, most
The
definitely.
movie's done.
Destroy.
They're gonna let that ride because at the end of the day, it's a major check. So what happens now is for sure he's gonna get a snippet. Because they have to explain him no longer being the main
the
focus of the
DCEU.
Flash.
Yep.
Do they though? Do they though?
I mean, think about it.
I mean, the way DC movies have been going, do they really have to explain that?
Okay, but you just said it. The way that
Think
DC
about
is
it.
going,
Henry
but now
Cavill isn't going to be in this Flash movie. They're replacing him with Supergirl, and they're explaining it by the Flash jumping through alternate universes.
Right. So like,
You see what I'm saying?
even if they use, I mean, I will agree with you that if they, but not for the sequel. What if for this movie they just had 5 minutes in and they just cut them out, like to the whole world?
They would have to refilm the whole movie.
That's millions of dollars of reshoots.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know, bro. It's tough.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. They're gonna let this one out the can.
That one don't make dollar, don't make sense.
And then they're gonna explain them away in the sequel.
I don't know. Them cats ain't really, in my opinion, DC films have not been very thought out anyway. I mean, with the certain decisions that they've made or decisions that have been made in post and
the editing, everybody can agree.
And that's because of the execs who have little to no knowledge of the source material or respect for the source material.
I would say more respect for the source material because they don't
agree.
Because G shit, you know what I'm saying? Zack, say what you want about Zack Snyder. Jim Lee was standing right next to him, storyboarding Justice League and the whole DC universe.
Yep.
Right. I mean, that makes sense though, like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get more respectful for the source material than
Well, I guess we're gonna jump right into the bad nipples then. Yeah, the bad nipples conversation that we had yesterday.
Yo, hold up. Let me pull back a little bit. Forget them bat nipples, son.
I agree.
I had to censor myself because I don't want IG messing up my algorithm over here because I'm flipping out. But bat nipples pissed me off when they first came out, bro. I was like, yo, for real? Is this what we're doing? Is this what we do? Is this what we doing out here in these Gotham streets? Bat nipples? Think about this.
Chilly. It gets chilly. It's like a pocket for his nipple when it gets chilly.
They put so much thought into adding nipples to the bat suit. I wanted to be a fly on that wall during production. You know what would be dope? Hold on, guys. I got an idea. You know what would be dope? Nipples on the bat suit, yo. Make it happen.
They can act as glass cutters when he's coming down a building.
Terrible.
Anatomically correct rubber suit.
That is ridiculous.
And you know how he affords it? With his bat credit card.
Oh my God!
Never leave the cave without.
Oh my God!
That's how he affords the nipple. He just puts it on the bat credit card.
Can we just address this in that? If you ain't gonna admit it, I'm gonna admit it. George Clooney as Batman. Can we just pretend that never happened?
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I don't know what you mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. I wish that was a Thanos snap situation, bro, because Jesus Christ.
I mean, Schumacher pretty much made it that way.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't.
It was Tim. I'm not sorry. Michael Keaton said it. He was like, I'm never going to even look at another Batman script until Joel Schumacher's dead. The day after Joel Schumacher died, he picked up the contract for Flashpoint.
That is hilarious.
I don't know if anybody knew that.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's fun trivia, fun fact, very true. You can look it up on Google.
Running Brave says, any thoughts on Val's Batman?
He's all right. He's not the best.
So, like, my thing with Val Kilmer is, like, he was an okay Batman and his Bruce Wayne was, like I don't want to say he had balance, but he wasn't terrible. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't
bad.
He wasn't terrible at all. Alicia Silverstone in that movie, though, I could have did without
Another snap.
Yeah, exactly. I
Another
could have
snap.
did without that.
I agree.
Arnold
There was a good
Schwarzenegger.
The only one that was good in that movie was Alfred.
Alfred's always good.
Rest in peace.
For real.
The only one that was good in that movie was Alfred.
Alfred.
Val's
Can
Batman,
somebody
I
explain to
think.
me the multiverse madness shit that's going on with that Alfred? He went through all 4 movies, and then George Clooney's out. He died. He died with George Clooney as Batman because he's like, I can't deal with this no more. If they make another sequel after this, I can't go with George, man.
Ah, man, it's a shame too. He was always a great Alfred.
Yeah.
Although, I dig. What's this guy's name? What the hell's his name? The Christopher Nolan Alfred.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael
Caine.
Because I liked his sarcasm, his snarky remarks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm also used to I'm a huge Batman animated series fan.
Same.
So I'm also used to that humor of Alfred. Very cold, very one-liner. Oh dear, sir.
Andy Serkis, he kind of did a good job in the Batman. I liked that Alfred. I didn't like the dynamic between both of them. It was a very angsty teenager going against father figure type deal. Like, you're not my real dad. Bah. But
yeah, that's ridiculous, especially for that time period. He would have if that was gonna happen, that would have happened during his teenage time.
Teen years, yep.
Yeah, not during him as a full-fledged adult wearing the suit for the first time.
Yep.
But I think that iteration of Alfred is pulled from
the HBO year one.
From year one,
Yeah.
from Earth One.
Earth.
Right.
Sorry, yeah.
No, I
From the
get
Earth One
it.
books.
I get it. I don't get me wrong. I get why they did it that way, but I just don't. It's like I said, I don't necessarily like their dynamic in the film. You know what I mean? It wasn't
I
as
liked him
fluid.
acting as Alfred. I just didn't like the dynamic between them.
Yeah, just the chemistry between the two. I didn't necessarily like.
The movie's been out for a while, so I'm not spoilers, whatever. Fuck it. But
it's on HBO
but
Max.
when they were like, it's on HBO Max, go watch it.
I saw it 4 times. So,
I'm at 8, but either way, dude, when they blew up Alfred, I was like, oh, good. Well, whatever, that's on. It's over. Okay.
He was still alive. I was like, wait, what?
And it's like, oh, now I'm gonna turn a new leaf and be good with Alfred. It's like, no, bitch. You're fucking an adult. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down, bro. You should have been turned this leaf 20 years ago. Fuck off.
Oh my god. Terrible.
I wear eyeliner and I'm gonna be a angsty little teenager Bruce Wayne. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I digress. Now the Joker is getting a sequel. With Joaquin Phoenix.
Yep.
It's already been confirmed. There's a picture of Joaquin reading the script itself. They haven't gotten too much into detail of what's going to happen. They're just going to go ahead and explore more and more of the mental illness that is causing him to become the Joker. I'm excited to see that.
A part of me isn't. A part of me isn't. A part of me isn't. A part of me wants the sequel because the first one was, whenever you get a great film, obviously you want more, right? And then a part of me is like, do we really need to dive into this so much? You could get lost in this and kind of mess up the dynamic of this. What it's become.
It's the same thing as Taxi Driver, man. Taxi Driver, it's a standalone film. There's a lot of inspiration from Taxi Driver in the Joker.
Right.
If you see it, they're really close. And Taxi Driver didn't need a fucking sequel. It wrapped up just fine at the end. You know what I mean? And
I mean, listen,
Joker.
It could work. It could work, or it won't. You know what I mean?
The thing with Joker is, it worked so well as a one-off.
Yeah.
Right? And it told the story superbly well. It explored a bunch of different avenues that nobody as far as that character in that intellectual property really explored. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I think that serves to the credit of the creators behind the Joker, because they left a lot of things open-ended, right? They didn't give you like a solid, oh, his parents died. You know what I mean? Not until like the Killing Joke, and even then, the Killing Joke was still pretty ambiguous.
Yeah.
So with the liberties that he took in this film, giving him a mental illness, you know what I mean? That the laughter is a nervous tick. That's genius.
I mean, I still kind of felt like that was written in a way where is it? I mean, does he really have a mental illness? You know what I mean? Like, because especially towards that ending, like, and I thought that was genius. Like, kind of like, I mean, was it really, or you know?
And I think that it serves the purpose two ways. Right?
Hell yeah.
The time frame in which the film takes place, you know, mental illness was still kind of like shunned. There wasn't a lot of information on mental illness and the variations of mental illness.
Right.
So it's like you know, it's like when we were growing up, you know, nobody spoke to the crazy lady that lived down the block because she was crazy. She had mental illness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the guy that would talk to himself in the projects, you know, nobody messed with him. You know what I mean?
Because he's crazy.
Mental illness.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, for the time frame, you know, there were no explanations, or we just didn't have a lot of the knowledge that's available to us now regarding the mental illness. So, like, the way they explained his mental illness and the way he was treated because of that mental illness, you feel sorry for him. And that's the genius behind it.
Yep.
You know, you feel sorry for the fact that, he was mistreated, he was beat up, he was like, you know, he felt insignificant and lesser than everyone else. So the face paint was him separating himself from that identity.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Which is what makes this a good adult comic movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I think that it was kind of an injustice, no pun intended, to the rest of the film, right? By tying in the Wayne murder at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have been nice, clean, to see everybody rallying behind him killing De Niro on TV with the Joker mask, and then it's like, oh, this is the beginning. This is it. Like setting off in motion. They didn't need the Waynes being.
Which also, on that same token, hey, you know what? Why'd you even bring it in? The Wayne family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was there's a little bit of a throw there of like the Thomas Wayne was his father and all this other shit, but it's like no. And then
they didn't
on top of that, it's also an injustice because they said this is not the real Joker.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
he absolutely inspired him. You know, like so many ways they could go with this, but like I get scared because it's like sometimes, let's face it, sometimes we watch certain movies and we'll think about, man, this is like a shoe-in to lead to this or to do this, and then they do something completely left wing that just wrecks the film, and then you're like just completely disappointed. Like it's just. I try to keep my expectations low. But you know, after watching that first movie, it's hard. It's hard to give yourself like low expectations because you know what they're capable of. You know, like
that's the thing. That's the thing about
if this next movie is gonna be a deeper descent into his downward spiral, right?
How crazy does he get?
See, but those kind of conversations in a movie, bro. Like sometimes you could get a little too deep, and then you lose the general public, and then the only ones that understand it are the rest of us lunatics. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. See, the first film was very user friendly, right? You didn't need to read the comics in order to watch this film and enjoy it. I took my fiance to watch the movie. She absolutely loved it, and she knows nothing. She knows nothing of like the comics or the backstories or nothing. She loved it for what it was. So if they go deeper into how I guess he becomes like the entity of the Joker or the infamy of the Joker, or develops that legend in the city.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there for a second.
And legit becomes a gangster, then okay, I'm with it.
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to make him into a Bizarro Batman. You know?
Okay.
I mean, he technically is a Bizarro Batman, though.
Yes. But I mean, like, cinematography-wise, like, cinematic-wise, like, it's... Okay, we have the Joker, Batman, which is, okay, you're a legend, you're a symbol, you are this mythos, and now, same thing as in the comics. Yes, he is Bizarro Batman, essentially, yes. And now you're bringing it into the movie universe, where it's like, yes, you're a symbol, and anybody can take that symbol and become the Joker. And I think that's where they're going to lead with these movies. Do I think it's a smart idea? No. No, because, dude, the Joker's the Joker. The Joker didn't even have the identity of Jack Napier until Tim Burton made Jack Napier. You know what I mean?
True.
So,
they made that canon just not too long ago, right? That wasn't that long ago. Yeah, not that long ago.
With the three Jokers, I think it was.
Yeah.
So, this is why, ironically enough, this conversation of Bad Nipples comes up, and who is the best Batman? And I will just shoot this off really quick. I think Ben Affleck is the best rendition of Batman, but it was directed improperly. I think it could have been done better and edited better. I think physically, visually, I think he's the best Batman. And then we can go down the list with Keaton.
So
and,
it's gonna be Keaton for me always, bro. Keaton, and I'll agree with you that Affleck is a great Batman, but he's a very specific Batman. You know what I mean? It's the problem that, well, that's not the only problem I have with it. Obviously, the script, because the script, Ben Affleck could have killed it. He could have been, I'm talking like he got the height for it, he got the build for it, he's got the freaking jawline. Like he has it all. He has it all.
Yep.
Batfleck over Keaton.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? What is this blasphemous comment that you just made? No.
Kenny
all day.
Hot take, go.
Okay, so all of them have their strengths and their weaknesses.
Don't do me
Sans Clooney.
Don't do me dirty. Don't do me
Sans
dirty.
Clooney, right?
Don't do me dirty, Kenny.
Ben Affleck, yes, physically, great looking Batman. I think that if he would have went ahead with the Reeves script, right, the darker take of the Batman, I think he would have been pretty successful. There was a glimpse of it in the Suicide Squad movie, the first, like that 10 minutes that he was in it, chasing Joker and Harley Quinn. That felt
like
real
5
good.
minutes.
That felt good.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So physically, definitely Ben Affleck.
But
acting wise,
you say Bale.
It's Keaton all day.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's Keaton. Because Keaton for me, I think he caught like some of that emotion that like.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
That damaged like psyche.
Kenny,
right? Like that broody kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have Keaton tattooed on me. You know
Kenny,
what I mean?
I don't care what they say about you. You is my man, son.
but for sure, Keaton, I think nailed the character better.
Okay.
Right.
Now that's not taken away. That's not taken away from Affleck. Affleck could have been. He could have been.
Oh, for sure.
He could have been. Could have been. 100% could have been.
We have
I think that Bale comes in. I think Bale comes in at like a close third because of Nolan's writing.
Oof, yeah.
Although I hated the only, and I would say
voice?
the only thing I hated
Yeah, that voice.
What
shit.
was that Batman voice? They could have just did a voice modular, anything else. Like that's like my only real complaint about that. You know what I mean?
Or he could have just did what Keaton did, because Keaton didn't do anything crazy. He just like
Low
started
register.
talking. Exactly. It's like when Kevin Conroy does his iteration of Batman, right? When he's Bruce Wayne, he's more like, "Hey, I'm Bruce Wayne," right?
Yeah.
But then when he's Batman,
Absolutely.
it's the smoker voice that comes out when he's Batman.
Absolutely. Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Batman.
So, like, I get why they did it with Ben Affleck, and I understand why Bale went the direction that he did, because he still wanted to make it his own, right?
Yeah.
He still wanted
I get it,
to make the part his own.
but was it necessary?
No, it
Like,
wasn't.
writing wise, Bale made a good Batman. Character wise, is Keaton all day. Physically, is Ben Affleck.
So
Facts.
we got,
I mean, I'll
got
agree
all
with
this.
that. I'll agree with that.
Jay?
You know I'm with you. I'm Batfleck all day.
Yeah, bro.
Because
Okay,
especially for me,
we literally have top row Batfleck, bottom row Keaton. That's how it goes.
How dare
Go
you?
ahead.
How dare you?
because especially for me, like, it holds a special place for me because The Dark Knight Returns is my favorite rendition of Batman. I love that rendition of Batman. I've told him I want that tattooed on me because that Batman, that just disgruntled, just looking for an honorary death, just tired of it.
But that wasn't really Affleck though.
Affleck was too ready for that.
Affleck was he was like an annoyed Batman at best.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily.
Damn.
Like he wasn't like
Okay.
double ARP status yet.
We're
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're talking.
Have you seen the end of the Schneider Cut?
Yes.
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 No, he's still
So he's fucking tired, and he's like, "I will fucking kill
But
you."
you are talking
to the Joker.
Yeah, but we're talking about Frank Miller, Dark Knight Return. Like he was not that. I'm sorry. He was an annoying Batman at best. That Batman, that Frank
I think he
Miller
was the
Batman,
beginning
he
of
was
that.
done.
Yeah.
I think he was the beginning of that.
Yeah.
He's
Ben Affleck was like
I stubbed my he was the I
the
stubbed my toe.
infancy.
I stubbed my toe. We're getting there. Don't worry. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can kind of like
He woke up at 3 a.m. to go pee, and he
And he
stubs
stubbed
his
his
toe
toe,
on the bed frame.
Oh,
he
okay.
You
wasn't
know,
like
he was that Batman.
All right. Here's the good one, and it's in the comments.
Mhm.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Savage ass Ben Affleck, Batfleck, or Michael Keaton?
I mean, no. I'll Ben Affleck. I'll give it to him. Well, he's down by like another 100 pounds. Like, you know, he's a big ass, brolic ass Batman. Like, and that warehouse scene in and what was it?
BVS.
Yeah, in BVS, that warehouse scene. Yeah, absolutely. If we're talking that, yeah. But again,
Dude, that one guy in the scene that sticks out to me, how that entire scene is the one he slams on his face and his body just crumples behind him.
yeah,
It's like,
listen,
my God.
agree. But also,
Man.
Tim Burton's Batman came out at 1989, where you couldn't get away with that kind of cinematic aggression. So
It's true.
Okay, yes, but Michael Keaton did strap a bomb on somebody and throw him down a fucking
Kicked
stairwell.
him into a gutter, of course.
but they did the whole turn camera, you know, like boom, you hear it in the background. You know what I mean? Like
I always
whereas
like,
in
doesn't
Ben
kill. I'm like,
Affleck,
Batman tries not to kill.
Yeah.
So
If you
whereas
can
in Ben
help it.
Affleck, you see Ben Affleck bash someone's head in, like damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everyone's
like
like,
there was that
he's
there was
dead,
there was
he's
that
dead,
part
he's paralyzed.
in that warehouse scene where he like grabs a guy and slams his head against the concrete wall, and you get that splat for like a half a second. It's like,
That's brain.
and then he's back to beating people up.
That's brain,
No.
bro.
So
Brain and blood.
Yeah.
That's brain and blood.
so man, I think in a fight, I'd give it to Keaton. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
Yes,
Really?
yes, I'm a little biased.
A little.
Right?
I mean, even I was like,
Reason being that Keaton might be a little smarter in the fight, whereas Ben was Daredevil
Yeah, bro, and that,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give Kenny the point is that, especially in BBS where Affleck was all emotion. There was like no, he wasn't the strategist that Batman is. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
think about it. He's getting ready to kill
What are you
Superman.
talking about? He
Yeah,
tries to take out fucking Superman. He
bro,
set up the whole thing. The
he
whole
had,
rooftop scene.
okay, and what stopped him? His mother's name.
Okay, no, that part. That
You know
part.
what? You know what? You know what? Hold on, we got to stop this conversation because it's gonna get real quick, real
it's gonna
stupid.
get. I said it was gonna get real political, didn't it?
Let's go. Let's just jump to the next thing, which is Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige wanted to almost work for DC.
Hey, bro, you picked the topics.
I told you.
You picked the topics,
It's
bro.
gonna get real political in here.
I gotta jump off of it because this is gonna take forever, and we only got
we're gonna
more. We got like 20 minutes left. So we're gonna go to Kevin Feige almost working for DC. What do you think would have happened?
He would have saved it.
Point blank.
That's
Point
it.
blank.
Okay, so everybody's
what is there to discuss? He would have saved the DC cinematic universe, like
I
single-handed.
agree.
Yeah, but well, at least I think he'd have been a little more organized about it, because I think that when he started his plans for the Marvel universe, like he had a roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when and it's very obvious, like you can see the rollout, right, with each IP and how it was an interconnected universe.
Agreed.
Now, DC didn't do that right away.
Well,
DC started doing that to play catch up.
You literally took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
They did that to play catch up.
Yep.
Because legit, Man of Steel was gonna be its own trilogy.
Yep. And it should have been.
It should have been.
And it still should be.
And it still should be. Yes.
It should. Yeah,
It
I
still
agree with
should
that.
be.
I agree with that.
You know, it was off of the hype train of, the build up to the Avengers. That there was like, oh no, we gotta do Justice League, and we gotta do it now.
Dumbasses.
And it suffered.
Which, by the way, running _Bravo09. We're gonna get to that in a minute, like towards the end. The Black Adam.
Oh yeah.
That trailer dropped, and my jaw dropped.
Word.
We're gonna get to that shortly.
Yeah,
I think he would have done a really good job with it. I mean, it's turning around because clearly the quality of the films are beginning to change.
Right.
Yes.
Right. The strength of the Snyder Cut, then this most recent Suicide Squad movie.
But it's starting to change on the tail end. Now it's being sold to Discovery, and Discovery just came back and said, "Hey, you know what? We need to make Henry Cavill the focal point again." This has been openly discussed.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make him the focal point again. Bring him back as Superman, and to the top rows of Ale. Hopefully, we get Ben Affleck back again for another Batman.
So long as they don't give him no wisecracking one-liners, and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
dude. As long as they don't give him bad nipples, we're fine. As long as that doesn't happen, we're fine. You know what I mean?
Fair.
But let's see what Discovery does with this. I think it's going in the good direction, a very good direction. And I was gonna leave Black Adam for the end. Let's bring him in really quick. Who's seen the trailer?
I've seen it.
Everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
I've seen it.
So this is gonna go back into another movie of DC's, which I think was played very smart. They got the right director, and the director is going to be taking over a lot more projects for DC. James Gunn and his cinematography.
He can do no wrong in my eyes.
He can do no wrong. He can do no wrong.
Nope.
And you see that, even though this is not a James Gunn movie, you see a lot of the cinematography and a lot of the takeaways from those scenes that James Gunn has already implemented into the DC universe. And I think it's going to be a very, very strong movie. I think it's going to be probably the strongest movie they put out, next to Suicide Squad.
That's gonna set the pace for everything.
The
else.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That's gonna set the pace for everything else. I think they were smart and going hard the way they're going, because this is just gonna set the new phase for them, and kind of breathe new life into those IPs, bro. Like it just needs to be done. It needs to be done because nowadays, unless you're talking animated movies, nobody gives a damn about a DC movie necessarily. You know, depending, because even the last Suicide Squad, the only reason people gave a damn about that, James Gunn.
Yep.
So the fact that they're able to kind of bring these characters back to life again and give it a new phase and breathe some new life into it, I'm for it, and I hope they could build enough momentum to do something smart for later on. Let's not rush things.
Well, The Rock has already said he wants Henry Cavill to fight his Black Adam.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing.
Which would be amazing.
But they got to build to that.
They got to build to that. Yeah, I agree 100%. I think if we pick and choose, I think we should keep both Batman, Keaton and Batfleck, because Batman and Affleck just signed another contract for another movie. So we keep them both.
Okay.
We keep Henry Cavill. We
Agreed.
keep Dwayne Johnson or The Rock.
Agreed.
And everybody from the Suicide Squad that James Gunn directed, bring them into.
Agreed.
And keep them canon. And fuck everything else. Like, you know, even the Matt Reeves movie with Batman was okay. I would keep that as its own thing, its own like continuity.
No, that's gotta stay its own thing.
So what? No.
Keep Gal Gadot, yeah, and Zachary.
No,
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds. No Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. I mean, come on.
That's George Clooney of the fucking Green Lantern universe, bro. Let's be real, man. He's a great actor.
Let me some Ryan Reynolds, just not as my Green Lantern.
And you know what? I even venture to say, keep Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean,
he's
I think he did great.
It's a little teeter-tottery here. You know, I agree.
Yeah,
I know where you're coming
from. I'm on the fence with that. I'm on the fence.
Oh, Rez just joined the conversation. He has no idea what this is. The first thing we talked about. We opened up with Ezra Miller, and now he's a pedophile too. Like, we're just gonna add that to the list.
Just add it.
I think we also had a comment from Running Brave saying he wants to see Green Arrow in the DCEU soon. If I did,
I would love to see.
That.
Who would you cast? Who would you cast?
Charlie Hunnam.
Who?
Charlie Hunnam.
Ooh,
I can see that.
I would also
see that.
Yep.
I can see that.
British.
I can see that.
Thor's brother. Is it Liam
Hiddleston?
No, Liam Hemsworth.
No. Yeah, Liam Hemsworth. Yeah.
The Hemsworth brother.
Other Thor brother. Yeah, the other Hemsworth.
Yeah.
The real brother.
Yeah, yes. The real brother.
Oh no, you can't. I heard what you said, but I'm not with it.
I can't.
Keep Anna Hurley in the
one off the top of my head.
Well, she apparently just got cut from the movie altogether. So from the Aquaman 2 movie. Let's see what happens. And she sucks as an actress. She couldn't act in the courtroom to not lose that lawsuit, and she can't act in real life.
Listen, they both.
They can write her out.
They
write her out.
I mean, I don't want.
She's gone.
I don't want to drag this convo into that, but screw everybody that had to do with that trial, bro. I don't even care. Screw everybody.
They can introduce Calder. Write her out, bring in Calderon.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bring in Aqualad. Let's see some like hydromancy. You know?
Oh, that would be dope.
Introduce the trench.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's damn good.
Jason right now as Aquaman is a little like how he said was kind of teeter-tottery only because of the writing.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree with that.
If he were to play like a more serious role, like just tweak it a little bit to where not quite like how he did in Conan, but like just a little more serious, like in that Frontier show that he's on.
Oh yeah, true that.
Along those lines,
okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
It could be like underwater Game of Thrones out this piece. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Well, remember Patrick Wilson?
It's the writing.
He's in there too, and that could happen.
Who?
That's still a possibility.
Who?
Patrick Wilson?
Oh, Patrick Wilson. Okay, yeah.
That's a possibility.
Don't know what I heard, but I just wanted to make sure.
But
That's what I heard.
What's the next one on the list, Jay?
Blade.
Blade.
I
Blade
can't
is
wait.
filming July 4th. Can you
I
just jump back in the
can't
conversation
wait.
from the computer?
I
Definitely.
cannot
Had to be.
wait.
Bro,
Had to be. We can't
Bro.
end it without.
Bro.
Midnight Suns.
There we go. Now
It
that
wouldn't be an
episode's
episode.
officially
It wouldn't be an
started.
Oh
episode.
my god!
So
You could make a drinking game to when X says Midnight Suns, bro. Like,
Oh,
it's about
1000%.
halfway through the podcast.
yep,
It's
yep.
been a little bit too long. So yes, Midnight Suns. But okay, so this is gonna open the door for Midnight Suns. We already saw Zombie Strange, which is not Midnight Suns per se, but it's the mythical dead version of things. The supernatural aspect of things. We saw where Wanda goes crazy, introducing the supernatural again. Now we have Blade coming in. We have Moon Knight, which also had the supernatural aspect of it. We have the whole Netflix roster jumping in as well, which now we can get Daredevil into the Midnight Suns as well. Stuff like that. So I mean,
Genius.
The Hand already like did a
The
little
Hand
bit
already
of the
exists,
supernatural in there, like
Exactly.
super vague.
Exactly. So I'd
Genius.
say it's gonna be. I think we're gonna see a lot of that sooner than later. We don't know
can't
anything
wait.
about Marshalla's Blade as of yet. We just know how cool he looks with sunglasses, and that he can act. He can act really well. So I'm
I
very
can't
excited about this.
wait.
I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about how they're going to play the Copperhead aspect with bringing Luke Cage back, because they're already talking about that. I think that's already being done. How do you retcon him playing Copperhead?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But outside that, I mean, I have faith
I
in
think
it.
they would just change his look when he's
I think
Blade.
it's a variant.
Or that.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what
Or
else.
that.
Okay.
That could be a way. Yeah, it's a variant.
Oh, who's this guy? Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Blade. You know what I mean? Okay, so speaking of things, bringing things back in true fashion, I don't know who reads manga here and who doesn't.
I don't.
Kenny, you and I, we're definitely on that one. Jay, you have some ideas of certain animes and manga as well. But
Right.
big news, Berserk's getting continued and finished. So there's that. We're going to drop that in there. We're going to keep moving it. We dropped that tidbit. Last couple of issues that we got, or last couple of subjects we got going on. Jay, what's up?
We also got Thor.
Thor: Love and Thunder. We're only a month away.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Literally to the day.
Can't wait.
So,
How do we feel about Gore? I want to know what everybody feels about Gore. How he looked.
I mean,
I think.
so
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought it was good because I felt like if they would have cut off his nose and gave him the the what do you call those things? Not tentacles, but
Tendrils?
that tendrils.
Tendrils?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way of it. He would have looked like Voldemort with dreadlocks. So like, so I'm kind of glad they took some liberties. Like, I'm not a purist, so I'm okay with it, and I feel like Christian Bale's gonna kill it.
Well, this is the 199999 universe. So,
Right.
which is funny because the girl who plays Miss Marvel, she brought into play when they're like, "Oh, well, what do you think about this being the 616 universe?" And she's like, "It's not.
Bro,
It's the
you
1999
have
universe."
no
And I was
idea
like,
how much
"That's the OG.
respect.
She got
Yeah.
this."
Yo, you have no idea how much respect she gained from me. Like, I'll be honest with Miss Marvel. I'm like,
Mhm.
And then she said that, and I was like, you know what? I'm all in.
This is gonna be a great show. Yeah, I'm all in. Same.
You have turned me into a believer.
It's got great reviews too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Great
Yeah.
reviews.
Can't wait.
Going back around to the Flash movie, everybody that's seen it, the test screening says the same thing. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But Ezra Miller's crazy. So we're going to go right back to Miss Marvel. Yeah, that show's going to be great. I think it's going to be amazing. I think She-Hulk's probably going to be one of the better ones too. CG's a little weird. They put out the HD stills of it, but let's see what happens. There's time. You know?
I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be fine.
And anything's better than Hawkeye.
Did you guys see that Kevin Feige confirmed that Miss Marvel would be in the next Captain Marvel
Yeah, the
movie?
Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And remember, it was supposed to be Captain Marvel and the Marvels. Now it's just the Marvels. Because Brie Larson sucks. Anyway, we're going to keep on going to the next thing.
Don't get
Yeah, I
me
said it.
started, bro. Don't get me started. Yes, I agree with you though. Like, don't get me started though.
I think Brie Larson's not the best. I
fucking
love
hate
Monica
her.
Rambeau's rendition. That is definitely.
Fucking hate.
Oh, my daughter just jumped in here with. I'm so excited for Miss Marvel.
I freaking
But-
hate Brie Larson's freaking Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I think
Captain Marvel. I hate her.
We're not,
Spider-Man
yeah,
versus
we're not.
Iron Man. Who's winning? Oh,
Who?
which Spider-Man?
Word. Which Spider-Man?
Iron Man.
Superior?
Which Spider-Man we talking about?
Which Spider-Man are we talking about?
Which Spider-Man and which Iron Man?
Exactly.
Well, that's the other aspect of things too.
No one. What do you mean, Tom Holland?
Are we talking about comic book or movie?
Yeah, word. Because I was in the
Yeah,
comic book.
That's a factor too.
Yeah, because I was in the comic book mindset right now.
Yeah, same. I was like, Spectacular Spider-Man, or we're talking about like street level. Yes, sir. I don't know what that means. I'm so lost.
Which one?
Which one?
So yeah, it's either comic or movie.
Okay, so I'll break it down really quick. If it's Spectacular Spider-Man, which is when Doc Ock takes over Peter Parker's body, he's winning.
Superior.
He's
Yeah,
winning.
he's whipping Iron Man's ass.
Yeah,
He
he's
absolutely
destroying
is.
him.
Yep.
If
Or
we're talking-
what's that iteration? The Scarlet Spider, not the one with the hoodie. That it's he's got the red goggles.
Yeah.
You know which one?
Yeah.
Also with an
Him
S.
too. Him too. He's
Yes.
also whipping that ass. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Oh, he's
I love
Kane.
that. I
That's
love
Kane.
that suit, by the way.
Yes.
Kane, yeah.
Kane. Yes.
I love that suit, by the way. It's one
Yeah.
of my favorite
Kane's
suits.
also whipping ass.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, if we're talking about movie universe, yeah, Tom Holland's gonna get his ass beat because all Iron Man has to go boop, deactivate, done. He's fucked. So, so there we go with that. Last subject. What's on the final docket?
I see here the Callisto Protocol.
Okay, who's a gamer here?
I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
Well, when I had time.
Well, me too. Same.
Here.
You guys remember Dead Space?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The creators of Dead Space made a new one called the Callisto Protocol.
Ooh.
It's coming out.
Wasn't that the that's an Easter egg from the end game. That's or am I tripping?
I think you're correct. From Dead Space 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. They talked about the moon and it being like a dead zone. I think it is linked. Because that's the opening sequence in the trailer that I dropped in the group chat.
I am looking at the screenshots right now, and I am intrigued. That is definitely the
Looks
suit. That is definitely the Dead Space. Well, a modified version of it.
Yeah. They have the little, you're going to see on the back of the neck, it's like a health bar in the back of the neck. I think that's another one too.
The freaking the exo, kind of skeleton version of that, what those rigs. Definitely 100% same suit.
They're going to say this is going to change the horror movie or the horror survival game genre. I think you can't change it much more, but you can add to it. If you saw that trailer, or whenever you guys see that trailer, I think it's going to be a really good one. It looks a lot more violent than Dead Space, and that's a very big.
That's a big
statement.
That is a big statement.
So,
I recently saw this introspective on Dead Space in the games, right? And what made the Dead Space property different from most survival horror games, right? And they went into everything: the outfit, the story, the weapons that you come across, essentially. That the weapons weren't like weapons; they were essentially tools because they were all like miners up there, and like they were engineers. So like the weapons that you use in Dead Space, they're all just like the tools that the workers would use.
Yeah.
And I thought that was genius.
Yeah, that is genius. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, you carve a person up like a turkey. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
Facts.
whatever.
You know.
But yeah,
So I thought that was very clever, and you know, it got me into it.
I love that.
I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not into survival horror. Zombies stress me out.
I love all that shit.
You know, I don't.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like, quick story. The first time I played Resident Evil, I was okay.
You shit your
until,
pants.
like
Until
one of the zombie dogs came like busting in through a window when I was in like a kitchen. Zombie dog comes busting through the window. I'm like, nah.
And he
good.
He shit his pants.
I'm straight. Right?
Well, you're not a huge horror fan movie, are you? Like horror movie fan, are you?
I can watch horror movies.
You dabble in the horror.
Yeah, I can watch horror movies. I can't play horror games.
I love all that shit, bro.
Me too.
Because you know what I'm saying? Well, like, you know, I'm already like, it's what do you call that? It's detachment, right? So I'm already like detached from my like regular life when I draw. So then when I game, I'm like in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, anybody can look at my artwork and know I love horror, morbid, anything. Just period.
100%. I can see it. 100%. You know what I mean? Like, case in point. Last night I was playing Elden Ring.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm playing Elden Ring, right? And I'm like super focused on one thing. And then you know how like in From Software games, you know, they don't necessarily make things easy for you. And if you're not really paying attention, you can get blindsided quickly, right? Tell me why it's just me and my fiance in this room. I'm playing Elden Ring. She's on her phone. And like out of nowhere, like I get hit by like a firebomb and I literally jumped. Like it was a jump scare.
Oh my God.
You know, and she tapped me. She was like, "You okay?" You know what I mean? And
Está bien.
you know, look, I'm in my early 40s. I shouldn't be jumping at stuff I see in a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how involved I get when I play games like that. You know what I mean? So I can't play like horror games. I can't.
That's fair.
Like I played a little bit of Undead Nightmare from Red Dead Redemption.
Aliens Isolation, because you're gonna die. So,
you know, I have yet to play that game.
It's terrifying.
I have yet to play it.
It's legit terrifying. But it's fantastic.
I love it.
On that note, that's the last thing I think we were talking about today. The Castillo. Wow. Callisto. There you go. Words can't find it. I can't even find words. There we go.
Oh, also,
you turned it into the South Florida thing.
Okay.
Yeah, also, if you want information on the Pokedex project, I know you've been meaning to do that.
That's right. I have the Pokedex project I'm doing. So the Pokedex project. I am doing all Pokemon, all September. So the way it goes is I'm doing different mashups, straight up Pokemon. As long as it's a Pokemon involved, it's a tattoo. That's all I'm doing in September. So I'm doing a big thing because I got the Tabletop DNA sponsoring the thing. So I'm getting a bunch of Pokemon swag, legit from Nintendo and all this other stuff that I can give away.
Very dope.
I'm getting a bunch of Pokemon sticker packs, card games, everything. Everybody's going to be entered into a raffle for the new Scarlet and Violet plus a Switch. I'm doing 3 different art projects or 3 different art prints for the event. And the original artwork is going to be sold as well.
Dope.
And then there's going to be shirts linked to it as well. They're all 1-day sessions. So it's start to finish. We got to finish it. We got to start it the same day. So we're looking at 5 to 9 hours per tattoo.
Very dope.
So, and in that time I can actually do a half sleeve, so it's pretty good. Or at least an outer one.
I need side duck. Side duck is my favorite.
Dude, I already got a side duck. Somebody already linked up with Zygoduck. So, well,
I love side duck.
we're in talks. I can't even give you It's a cool mashup. But if he locks it in, it'll be put in. So, yeah, that's the Pokedex project.
Very
So
dope.
let's see what happens. And then you both are working on something right now, right? Angel and Kenny?
Yeah.
Together. Not together, but like on the same project. You're on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually
So-
we are.
Tragedy, right?
Yeah, Tragedy. Yep.
Tragedy.
All right.
So,
Plug it really quick.
so tragedy is I mean Phil can explain it better than any of us can, but that's
Fill
like
in the call,
it's
bro.
like Boondock
That's my
Saint
boy.
meets Daredevil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've done variant covers for I think you did the variant for 1 or 2.
I did variants for both issue 2 and 3.
For 2 and 3, I did 2 and 4. 2 and 4, and then I think one of the recent original arts that I just did for the Kickstarter campaign is also going to be featured as a cover. He loved it that much. It was the one
Sweet.
with the glass.
And then
I did.
He dug
you're
that.
both on different card collectives right now. You're doing Marvel, Kenny. You're doing Marvel tops, right now.
I'm doing stuff for Upper Deck and Skybox.
Skybox, all right. And Angel, you're doing. You did the first round of collectors.
I did series 1 of the Creatives TCP, which was, I believe, produced with the help of, so like Red Guardian is the mastermind behind that, and I believe they were printed through tops. And series 2 is here, and I am not a part of series 2. However, Red Guardian has involved me for a limited edition collab for series 2.
Ooh.
So I'm on that.
Oh.
That's actually what I'm in the middle of working on while we were doing this.
So you can talk about it, you just can't show it. Got it.
No, I can't show it at all.
Gotcha.
All right.
But it's gonna be
All right,
dope.
guys.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be very it's gonna be very magical. That's all I'm saying. It's all
Ooh.
but
That's rad. Hell yeah.
and I just finished the cover for this book by a gentleman named Nick Hughes. I'm probably butchering his name. So, but it's called Corrupt Moon Bloodline, and I just did a variant cover for that. The first cover was done by Rob Powers, also known as Def Shogun.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And then
Robert, the dope digital artist, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are watching.
Rob's a badass.
Follow his Twitch channel. He's amazing.
he has a Patreon.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but he's definitely like live on TikTok, live on
yeah.
Twitch. Yeah, he's
all the time.
His mashups are insanity, bro.
He does a heavy graffiti art style.
Right.
You know, the
Yeah.
big like super saturated. It's in a tattoo term, it's like very new school.
Yes.
Very new school.
Heavy, but there's like heavy lines. His colors are very like saturated. Like but it's dope. Like it works for him very, very well.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's see if we can do this again next week. I mean, 2 weeks, I believe, right? That's our next roster.
Yep.
And we'll talk about Obi-Wan. Hopefully everybody watch it by then. I have not.
I gotta get caught up.
I gotta get caught up. So that's why we didn't even mention it today. Jay's the only one that actually saw it so far, correct?
I gotta get caught up.
Oh, you saw it? Kenny, you saw it too? Okay, I can't see it. I can't see it now. I need another week or so. But yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, let's see if we can do this again in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. You have yourselves a good night. And Midnight Suns, guys. Bye.
Peace.
All right, guys.